Hi everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to take this vintage floral tray and make it into a cool Ouija tray. Now listen to me. I get it. This is not for everybody, okay? This may not be your jam. All right? You might have had a bad experience. Maybe it doesn't agree with your religion, your beliefs, whatever. I'll be honest, guys, I don't care. If you don't like it, just swipe away. Go to another page. You're probably here because you saw the title and this is definitely up your alley. So a little bit about the trays. I sell out of them every time I make them. And people have them on their walls, on a shelf. Some of them just have them as part of their creepy decor, as part of their boho decor. They are super, super neat. So what do you need to do this? You need a tray. These come in different sizes. The trays do. They have them in this size, which I think is probably the standard size. I think this is 9. Let's look. So this is 15 by like 10 3/4. They have mini ones that are like maybe this big. They have very large ones. And so what I am using is this stencil. I got this off of Etsy. I also have this stencil, which is for my little trays, and the little trays don't sell as fast as these bigger ones, but I still love them and I keep them in stock. They do still sell periodically. What you're also going to need is some black acrylic paint, a stencil brush like this one, some harmless tape like painter's tape to tape your stencil down, and a container to put your paint in. And that's it. So what I do is I first start by putting the stencil in the middle of my tray. And then I will tape down, I think that's probably good. I will tape down one side and make sure that I'm not taping over any of the stencil part. And I make sure it's nice and flat. This stencil had quite a border on it, so I did cut it closer because it didn't fit flat on the tray and was kind of making it weird, so I cut it as close as I could. I didn't leave myself a whole lot of room. I do not put these round star thingies on. Everything else gets stenciled. But I don't like them. Let me do this last side. I just make sure it's totally flat. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of my hot tea. Okay. I'm going to put a little paint in my tray. Oof, you don't need much. Doesn't take a lot. And I dip this first pass. You are literally going to pat off almost all of the paint. I'm not kidding. Almost all the paint. Because if you don't, this first pass, it's going to bleed. So, right. And then you are not painting like normal. If you've never stenciled, you are just stipple, stipple, stipple. The whole thing. I do an initial pass like this one time, over all of it. And this helps to seal the edges down. When I go back to re-dip, I don't dip in the paint. I take off of what I took off before. Okay, so I got one pass over everything. So now I'm gonna go back. I'm still not gonna load up, okay? I'm gonna leave very little on this brush. And it is super important you are not wiping here, because all you're gonna do is wipe it under your stencil. And I'm just gonna have a little cleanup I'm gonna have to do. I'll show you how I do my cleanups. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little more. And I'm just tapping it off. But I don't have to take as much off this time, because now the edges are sort of sealed down a little bit. I'm still not going to like beat the snot out of it. Now this is fun because I enjoy the contrasting. The Ouija board has like this edgy quality to it, this rock and roll creepiness, and then these cute vintage flower trays are a total contrast to it. And I have one on my wall, and I just love it. I get my trays mostly, I would say, off of eBay and Mercari. You might find them in the thrift store, but I have not had any luck finding them in thrift stores, and I am a very frequent thrifter. I also have not had any luck finding them at a reasonable price in antique stores. They're usually outrageously priced, at least in my area. I buy them in like a set. Usually on eBay you can buy them, you know, like 4, 5, 6, sometimes 8 all together. So I'll do that only because I sell them. If you're doing it for yourself, you know, then you can buy them in just the 1 or 2 depending on what you want. I cannot remember how much my stencil was. I want to say that it was probably, I think it was about $20. It came from like Poland or something, so it did take quite a while to get to me, but it was totally worth it. And then I ordered the mini one. So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of looking closely to see if I've got all of it covered. And I do. So I'm going to carefully peel this up. Okay. Ooh! Okay, now, here's what we're going to do. I take a toothpick, and you can see up here, I made a little boo-boo, and I kind of missed some tape, so I'm just going to scrape it off. It's still there, so I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. I have some here. Some places have have a little bit of bleed, I just take my little Q-tip and I just scratch it off to clean it up. And it works just fine. See around here, we kind of got a little splatter under there. So I will do this. Just set this down. You could use a Q-tip too, but I don't find that it's as precise. It doesn't get inside these little letters and stuff. And then you end up smearing it, and then you're in real trouble. So I just very meticulously Okay, now let's take some rubbing alcohol and a Q-tip. Wet it just a little bit. Clean that up. Oh my. Do you see how cute that is? Super cute. So now what I'll do is I'm going to do 10 more. I also have black right now. So I'll do the black, but I'll do the lettering in white. So I have 5 of these and 5 of these. And once I get them all done, I will do a nice, beautiful coat of semi-gloss. I don't go crazy with the shiny, with the glossy paint. I just like just a nice little semi-gloss. So it's got a tiny little shine to it, but you know, isn't overwhelming. And that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. I do a whole bunch of them at the same time, and then I list them, and then they sell. So they're really, really fun. Again, kind of got to be creative with where you find these. So that's it. Everybody have a great day. Bye.